Last episode, we were traveling from San Blas in the state of Nayarit, Mexico, heading to the town of Acaponeta. We had heard about this tiny and interesting island called Mexcaltitán, so we decided to take a detour there to explore. The problem was, if you recall, our detour was going to add several hours onto our drive time that day because the road dead ends here, at a dock where small boats will take people to the island. These water taxis only transport people, not motorcycles, so we thought for sure we were going to have to backtrack all the way back to here after visiting the island. That is, until this happened. Like usual, the Mexican attitude is to improvise and make it happen. So the guys at the dock help load our motorcycles onto the boat to take us to the other side of the island. It will be a major shortcut because it will allow us to continue on this road to go north rather than having to backtrack 2 hours. That's where we start this episode. We're in the water taxi. Our driver is about to take us to the other side to drop off the motorcycles, and then we'll explore the island. Well, we did it somehow. We were able to get the bikes on here. I told you earlier, if you ask, you can make anything happen in Mexico. We arrived to this boat dock, which is a few hundred meters away from the main island. So that we could explore the island, we had to leave our bikes here, along with everything we were traveling with. We were a little uneasy with this, not knowing if it was safe. We asked some kids at the dock if they could keep an eye on our stuff. We simply had to go on faith that nothing would happen. We've arrived to Mexcaltitán. It's a tiny man-made island that some historians believe could be the home city and birthplace of the Aztecs, known as Aztlán. Here's an image taken from an ancient Aztec drawing that some say represents the Aztecs on this island. The idea is that this could have been their homeland before migrating to central Mexico, where they founded Mexico City. Interestingly, the Aztecs built Mexico City in the same way. It was on a marshy lake area on which the Aztecs built an artificial island that grew over time into Mexico City. Aztlán is a mythical city, so its origins are still up for debate. Let's explore the island a bit. We meet some locals and we check out some of the local customs. They do a lot of fishing on the island, and they lay the fish in the sun to dry, similar to beef jerky. I didn't actually try any, so not sure how it tastes. They apparently do the same thing with shrimp. During the rainy season, they say that the streets actually get completely flooded and people have to travel around these streets by boat. Here's the main church, Parroquia de San Pedro. All right, we made it to this little restaurant. Very packed right now. We eat lunch and then head back to our motorcycles to continue the journey. All right, we made it back, and it's all of our stuff is perfectly fine here. So we gave a couple of tips to some of the people who helped us, so really nice. All right, just left that boat dock and everybody took care of our stuff. Super nice people. Everybody came to our aid at the dock, both docks. And then I was like, well, we got to leave our bikes here with all of our possessions. I had my backpack fully loaded with everything I own, well, everything I'm pretty much taking on this trip. We had lunch, probably about 2 hours spent on that island, and then came back and everything was perfectly in place. In fact, it was so good that this little girl, Stephanie, 9 or 10-year-old, I felt bad because she was waiting for every boat to come back to see where we would be, because she was so
I think, honored to have the responsibility to watch our bikes. And sure enough, as soon as she saw us from afar, I can't imagine how many boats she'd been waiting on before she would see us. And as soon as she saw us, starts waving, and she ran over to our bikes, essentially indicating that she'd been watching the whole time, making sure nothing's happened. And sure enough, perfectly fine. We gave them pesos for watching. Pretty much the whole boat dock came over and was expecting a little bit of something, so we did give them pesos and a little propina for watching, a tip for watching. And we're on our way now with a great experience under our belt, and the nicest people we ever see and ever meet, just wanting to help us to make sure that we're enjoying our time as tourists to their town. So really actually heartfelt, to be honest with you. Then when we got over to the island, I started flying the drone, and this guy comes over speaking pretty much perfect English. "Oh, where are you from?" I said, "Oh, where'd you learn English?" I used to work in California. I lived close to Los Angeles. He said several different places: Los Angeles, Long Beach. Now he's back here with his family, that kind of thing. Nicest guy ever. But just continuous examples of the type of people you'll run into in Mexico if you are open-minded. I mean, obviously, if you go in there like an arrogant tourist, you might not be treated so nicely. But if you go in with open arms, trusting people and giving them respect, and they'll help you, right? You got to just maybe break the ice. If you speak a little Spanish, ask them about their town, how do they like it, compliment their town. Next thing you know, they'll do anything to help you, and it's really a nice bonding experience. Doesn't matter if you're a completely different culture with a completely different language. So that's what I love about it. That's what I love about this type of travel, remote locations in Mexico. So anyhow, we're on our way to the next town, and sure enough, after I said the first night we wouldn't be riding in the dark anymore, here the sun is setting to my left, and we still have about 2 hours of riding to go to get to our location. So anyway, we're running low on fuel also. Shit. Okay. Okay. Just found the end of the road right there. Now we're going to the off-roading. Interesting. Where we at here? Union de Corrientes. Okay, here we are again at night. Hopefully there's no mosquitoes on the lens, because I've got a lot of them on my visor. But again, really sketchy driving at night, not because of people who are dangerous, but actually roads are dangerous as far as you don't know where the potholes are, and there's some huge potholes as we've seen earlier. So we're taking it real slow. Shit, bad thing about it is my visor is super dirty, and as soon as a car goes by, all this light reflects everywhere off my visor, the dirtiness, and it really blinds me. So I've got it kind of half and half. Okay, all kinds of huge potholes. Okay, that was nice. See, the only reason I missed that is because the 2 or 3 cars ahead of me swerved, so we knew something was coming up. There's somebody with no lights on. Anyway, trying to find a gas station soon. think we're going to get out to the main road soon, and that should be less risk involved because less potholes and whatnot. All right, not sure if you guys can see anything. It's really quite dark. We are about 15 minutes out from our stop, which is Acaponeta. I think it's still in Nayarit, the state. Mazatlan is in Sinaloa, and I'm not sure where the line is. This road is finally quite nice. It's kind of the main road, all kinds of buses and semi-trucks, which is not great. Juan is up there, obviously. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. No, I think he's pumped up because the stars are so incredible. Yeah, I wish you guys could see this.
Hey, I just wanted to stop here to look at the stars. It's amazing here. No lights, the moon in the middle of nowhere in Mexico.
Oh, finally. And this looks like a regular little town, more commercialized than a few of the last towns we've been to. Oh, my neck is just killing me. I can't wait to get this helmet off. Checking out the town square. Right now they're cooking up some hot dogs and things of this nature, but very mellow town right now. It's 9:30 and nothing's going on really. So just kind of exploring, and we got our hotel right on the town square. Cheapest place ever, 350 pesos, which is probably $20, something like that. Less than $20, like $18. So we're paying $9 each to stay at this place.
Good night.
Good night, he says. What do you have to say about Acaponeta? You like it?
Acaponeta is so beautiful. Acaponeta have good person and good people, good food.
Gracias. Gracias. ¿Cómo se llama?
I am Yael.
Gael. Gracias.
And you?
Josh. Gracias.
Bye.
That's it for this evening. We head back to the hotel. We were able to park our bikes in the lobby. We always want to double check to make sure the hotels where we stay have safe parking. The room, though, not so much. Here's the lock to our room door. And I'll give you a little tour of what an $18 a night hotel room might look like. This is actually not as good as others we found for the same price. Just a regular room, 2 beds, perfectly fine for our needs. The bathroom, not so nice. The bathroom door, well, it could use some attention. But that's it. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Join us for next time for, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to show you next time because 90% of the video files on my hard drive for that particular day are corrupted and the files are blank. So I may have to skip that day of travel, which was the arrival into Mazatlan. Nonetheless, I have a lot more uncorrupted footage to share with you. So until next time.